So I guess we have to kind of put ourselves together here that Alshon Jeffery will be back in this offense this week. I don't know how much he's going to be in this offense. Obviously, he hasn't played football since last November, December, something like that. So there's a lot to really go on here. Now, with Alshon Jeffery coming to this offense, who is going to line up? Obviously, in the slot and the outside, is Greg Ward going to take a bench? You could have Rager inside and have Fulgham on the outside, or you could switch them around. You never really know at this point. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, obviously, if Alshon Jeffery's coming back, the last receiver that should be playing is J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. That I'll probably agree with, even though I don't agree with Alshon Jeffery honestly coming back. That's just been my whole thing on that. Now, are the Eagles going to use Alshon Jeffery as a situational wide receiver in this offense? I don't really know what the plan is for Alshon Jeffery this week. I had pictures, but I lost them, obviously. But there were pictures of Alshon Jeffery at practice. He looked a lot more skinny, a lot more lean. So obviously he's been working out. Obviously he's been, really working his tail off this offseason. As much as he had the rehab, he has been doing as much as he possibly can to come back. And I think he does want to come back, obviously. Jalen Rager, had a lot of nice things to say that ever since he was drafted. Alshon Jeffery texted him on draft night, pretty much talking to him and helping him every single day. I guess all the receivers call Alshon Uncle Alshon, or everybody kind of looks up to him because he's a big veteran receiver. And I guess everyone's taking a lot of pride in that. So I'm glad that Alshon Jeffery is helping these receivers when he can. And I didn't know if he was doing this or whatnot, but it's nice to see that Alshon Jeffery has been very helpful, and kind of all these young guys have been looking up to him. As well as Deshaun Jackson when he was in the lineup too. So obviously both these guys have been around. Alshon Jeffery's won a Super Bowl with this team. Deshaun Jackson has been on this team for a long time prior to being released. And I don't know if you use Alshon Jeffery on situational red zone, something like that. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think they're going to break him in and put him in the lineup. I think they're at least going to start him on the field this week and just see how he does. And Carson Wentz has got to get that ball to him. I think of Travis Fulgham as that Alshon Jeffery possession receiver, but just more quick, more fast, better on his feet after the catch. Alshon Jeffery used to do that. Maybe he still can. I don't know. At this point, so much has happened between Alshon Jeffery and what he's done, or what he's supposedly done, and everything like that. I don't know what's going on. But as long as Alshon Jeffery wants to win, as long as he wants to come back, look, I have to accept it. I have to accept the fact Alshon Jeffery will be back. I don't want him taking away snaps. As much as Doug talks about John Hightower, I think they will still use him on deep routes, on go routes. I think they will still throw to him deep. So it doesn't seem like he's going to take snaps away, even though when he's on the field, he's taking snaps from somebody regardless. But is it going to be the whole game? I'm not really sure at this point. But I think Alshon Jeffery should have earned his spot back. I just think they've just given it to him. I think obviously the only way you're going to, have him earn a spot is when he earns it during games. And obviously practice ain't going to make a big difference because it's practice. Game time is game time, and that's where it's going to count the most. So Alshon Jeffery gets his snaps, and let's just see what he does. Is he going to catch everything? Is Carson Wentz going to put the ball in the right spot? That's the other question as well with Alshon Jeffery. I've always liked Alshon Jeffery. I've hated on him for a while now, and between everything that went on, and then after last year when after Nelson Aguilar and Alshon Jeffery were hurt, they weren't in this lineup, and we were counting on all these practice squad to off the street players like Deontay Burnett and Robert Davis and Greg Ward, and just really just honing in on what we had last year, and they were gone, and all of the outside noise kind of disappeared. Okay, so as long as Alshon Jeffery wants to win, look, I have no control. If Doug wants to put him in, let him put him in. And look, the only thing is just hopefully he's he looks good. Hopefully he doesn't drop anything, and if the ball is there, hopefully he catches it, and that's it. And shows that he wants to win this year, and he can be a reliable receiver if he's not hurt. But he's been off the field more than he's been on, and that's been the huge issue with Alshon Jeffery right now. Do I agree with Alshon Jeffery even just coming in this lineup in general? No, but some fans think, well, he's making so much money, you might as well put him out there. Obviously. Because after 2020, I don't think Alshon Jeffery is going to be here. I think this is pretty much this is it. This is the last year for Alshon in Philly. Obviously, I appreciate everything he's done here, but when the time comes, it's going to come, and I promise you it will come. There's no way the Eagles are taking on an $18 million cap hit next year, 2021. I don't think it's going to happen at all. Obviously, it's a bad contract. You just got to take your loss. This happens with every team. Every team has a bad contract that doesn't work out. It happens. And you just got to swallow the pill, just take the dead cap, and that's it, and be on your way. Because obviously this team is over $60 million in cap space. I think as a situational wide receiver, I think Alshon Jeffery would be good. Would be very good in red zone. Obviously, he's got that size, he's got that jump capability, and could get the ball and hone in the football. So Travis Fulgham could do the same thing. I think he could pinpoint the football even better than Alshon Jeffery. I think Travis Fulgham is the player we've been looking for between J.J. Arcega-Whiteside and Alshon Jeffery, but a little bit more finesse, a little bit more speed, a little bit better footwork, and the guy can get a lot of yak yards after the catch. So that's why Travis Fulgham has been such just a gem, and I can't believe this guy was even cut. During the cuts for the active roster. Didn't make it. No teams even picked him up, and he came back, and look what we got out of it. The Eagles got so lucky with Travis Fulgham. So I'm hoping for a big game from him against the New York Giants. Alshon Jeffery coming back as long as he wants to win, as long as he wants to do his thing, and that's it. Obviously, he's going to take snaps away from somebody. It is what it is. Hopefully it's not Travis Fulgham or Jalen Reagor. If I was to take snaps from somebody, even though I don't want to do it, trust me, if I was to take snaps away from somebody, it would be obviously probably Greg Ward, which I really don't want to do at all. And the only reason why is because Reagor is our first-round pick. He needs to be on the field. Travis Fulgham has been fantastic since week 4 of the season, so Greg Ward has been the lesson of everybody. But I'm not saying that I don't want Greg Ward. It's just it's hard to be like, who am I taking snaps from? You know what I mean? So if it's somebody, it's Greg Ward. But obviously you could say J.J. Arcega-Whiteside by John Hightower. But the thing is, we need John Hightower on the field because of his speed. It's just a total mess right now. So they need to use John Hightower with his speed. They got to use him on the field as well. I know Jalen Reagor has it. But they need to use his speed, and he needs more than 16 yards like a guy against the Cowboys game, which is kind of crazy. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Alshon Jeffery, you better play your butt off. We'll be watching. Don't know if he's even starting this week. Don't know if they're just going to throw him in whenever they want. So other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, fly. Peace out, guys. Peace.